I'm good with that joke, but I'll have to take that out.
Probably skeeters.
Skeeters? What the fuck are skeeters?
Mosquitoes?
Oh, okay. Well, I've never heard anybody call mosquitoes skeeters.
Really?
Yeah, I'm an adult, and I don't think I hear people say those things. Now, when I hear people talk about NATOs, then that's a lot different.
Bro. Come on, bro.
Come on, dude. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Specrapular, a podcast that talks about movies and shit. Mostly shit.
I thought I could have swore you just said, welcome to our hairy podcast.
I'm not talking about your crotch.
I think more Harry Potter, but that's just
okay.
giggle.
It's our Harry podcast.
Yeah.
It's only about Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good name for a Harry Potter podcast. Harry Podcast.
I don't know about that. That just sounds like it's like a furry podcast or...
I've seen these movies once all the way through,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't read any of the books.
I haven't read the books either.
So
Wait, there's books?
I think I'm qualified to host an entire show about it.
If it's like a first impression of it, sure.
Awful lot of redheads in Hogwarts.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Awful lot of transphobia and...
It's just bashing JK.
Oh, God. You should. She just really... She was like flying high for so long, right? Kids were just ready to suck her tits. And then she goes hard, just doubles down, triples down, quadruples down, 5 times down, 6 times down, whatever those words are.
All I see is just terrible tweets by her, though.
Mm-hmm.
Has she done an interview where someone's like, why?
Well, they've literally
What?
they've fact checked her and shit, and she still won't listen to it. And
it's like her thing. That's fine.
And so
I mean, it's not fine.
And she'll come out of nowhere and say something to people. Obviously, somebody she's not following. You're just on X or Twitter, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and she'll respond to somebody, and it's like, why? Like you said, why? Like,
but has she done like a sit down interview?
I don't
anyone
believe
asked
so.
her about her.
I don't believe so.
She's from her castle. I'm assuming she lives in a castle.
Mm-hmm.
Just
somewhere in Wales.
Yeah, just being terrible.
Yeah.
All right.
When I was younger, because I'm half British, so I'm a little bit of superior to you. So, but I remember,
My people.
Yeah, my grandpa was like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Wales." I was like, "Grandpa, you can't be from Wales. Those are animals." And he was like, "We got a dumb one.
You're one of those dumb kids."
Yeah. Sick. Oh, and I was like, I remember vaguely going like, "Ooh." moments after he used to go, "Oh." Makes me think of Brian Regan. Anyway.
He's lonely.
And you've been doing it for months and it's a fucking door creaking behind you. So we are a podcast that talks about movies and shit. I am Brandon Aquino. Let's get to those intros 3 minutes in. And I am joined by my best friend and confidant, Mike Vera.
Hey, Benny.
Hey. So what movie are we doing today?
Today on the podcast,
Yeah.
known as Specrapular,
That's
that is
us.
hosted by Brandon Aquino, Mike Vera.
They are I and we are them.
Yeah. We're doing 1979's Alien. A big one.
You sure it wasn't 89?
No. What did I say?
No, you're not sure?
79.
I know. Remember because last time I said 89?
Oh, yeah.
And then you said 79. I was like, okay, so I was right.
I forget all the dumb things you say. So
There's a lot. I don't know. I think I say dumb things that are funny, and then when you say dumb things, it's just sad. Like
yeah. Like someday someone will love me. Yeah.
I love you, but not in the context that you want.
Sorry,
somebody
important will love me.
You want dick loving. And
somebody
asshole
good
eating.
dick loving.
Yeah. I want the kind of love where someone's gonna munch on my fucking coochie. And fucking pulling pubes out of their teeth because they love me so much. They're going to be flossing when they're going down on me.
A crew of a commercial spacecraft.
And welcome back to the Harry Podcast. Mike and Brandon. Sorry, go ahead.
Alien from 1979. A crew of a commercial spacecraft encounters a deadly life form after investigating a mysterious transmission of unknown origin. Directed by Ridley Scott, written by Dan O'Bannon and some other fucking dude. What was his name? Ronald
Reagan?
Shusett.
Oh, because Reagan's a shitty president. So, you know what sucks about watching this movie is I know the sort of like...
You know what sucks when you interrupt me before I tell you who's in the movie?
Fine.
So we have good
Ridley
old
Scott.
Sigourney Weaver as Ripley, Tom Skerritt as Dallas, John Hurt as Kane, Veronica Cartwright, Tears McGee as
those
Lambert.
eyes, though... So blue,
Too
like,
blue.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Almost as scary as that dude's in the commercial, like way too hazel.
Oh, yeah, in the Safe Light commercial?
Yeah, Harry Dean Stanton as Brett, Ian Holm as Ash, and Yaphet Kotto as Parker.
I like Parker.
Yeah.
I like that he's always like, we getting paid. I guess the note that I have, like,
I ain't doing free shit.
But yeah.
Oh, my ribbon broke.
Mike's. No, you could probably put it in it, put it and just glue it. Put it in that thing and just glue it.
Do you have any super glue?
Yeah.
Sick.
There's some Safe Light.
Ribbon repair, ribbon replace.
They like. Anyway, watching this movie, what sucks is I obviously know the sort of, not a cliffhanger. What's that called when they reveal?
The twist?
Yeah, with Ash. Like.
Oh, okay.
Oh, was there another twist? What's the other twist?
No, that's what I'm saying. You asked what it's called.
Oh,
it's
yes,
called a
thank
twist.
you, thank you. So that Ash was an android. And so I know the whole time, like, his core parameters were at any cost, because he's not going to die. Alien's not going to go for him. Like, it's not going to detect the life
That
form.
was one of my questions.
Yeah.
Like, does the alien recognize...
It better recognize.
Like signature, body signatures? Like temperature or blood, some... Sees like the blood, like, coursing through the veins?
Let's start with this, because it's a question that
Because he doesn't eat the cat. And the cat's in the box. We can't get to the cat because the cat's in the box.
What's in the box?
But
What's in the box?
as opposed to if he just saw the life form moving around, walking around, because he looks like a person. So if it just does the xenomorph recognize?
Talks like a duck, walks like a duck. It might as well be a human. So then the question is this: where are the xenomorph eyes first and foremost? But does a xenomorph need to eat? I don't think I've seen anything ever about a xenomorph actually eating, because even Ash said it. They are a perfect being where they just will kill. And I don't know if it's because they feel threatened, but I've never heard of a xenomorph eating. Like, literally, they just kill.
Deal?
They just straight murder, and they have acid
He calls
skin.
it hostile.
Right? Very.
Do you say hostile or hostile?
I guess it depends who I'm talking to. So if I'm my British Brandon, I'm saying hostile, but no, I don't. I say hostile, like the place where you sleep.
Okay.
And but I've never heard of them eating. Just attacking, murdering, second mouth plunging, killing people.
Well, maybe they're like a more simple organism, in that their only goal is to breed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they'll infect and then, like those like zombie caterpillars and shit. Wait, is it the fly that infects those caterpillars and then it just forms? So maybe it eats while it's in the human body.
That's fair.
Its host body.
Yeah.
And then once it's born. Actually, I don't know what it would, because it doesn't do it again, because it's not the little guy anymore. It's the big guy.
Maybe when the little mouth comes out and chomps on your skull or whatever, that's a little bite it takes, and it's good for a couple of years. Eating that brain matter.
Yeah.
How do they fucking see?
Yeah.
Is it by sound?
I'm sure there's if we had done any type of a modicum of research, we would have realized.
Why the fuck would we do that?
There's like whole books on.
No. There's books.
101 things to know about xenomorphs before you talk about them for an hour.
Chapter 1, what they
stupid
eat.
Friends.
Chapter 2, how they see. Chapter 3, why so hostile? Chapter 4, how to have one as a pet. There's books dedicated to Star Wars lore about all the spaceships.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's got to be a book dedicated to.
You know which one? If it's not a book, but there was that poster with all the ships of all the sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
And like just all of them lined up, and you can see like how big they are relative to each other.
Some of those are humongous.
That was tight.
Imagine being let's just say those things were real. Like, imagine actually seeing that. Like, Independence Day ship, right? That's what it was, like 4 miles across.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that. Like, you can't see 4 miles. You could maybe see once around the track. You could probably see 100 meters. No, I'm sorry, 400 meters.
What can you see? I think 12 miles, I believe you can see to the horizon. Then it goes over.
But imagine 4. That's a quarter. That's a third of it. Like, ooh, I'm doing math kind of quick
Whoa!
today. Look at that. Well, I said 4 at first. I was like, wait, that's not right. That's not right. So let me read this real quick about a xenomorph.
Okay.
A xenomorph's biological life cycle involves traumatic implantation of endoparasitic larvae inside a living host.
Yeah.
These
also known as
chest
rape.
bursters. Yeah. Oh, for sure. These chest bursters, in quotes, larvae erupt from the host's body after a short incubation period, mature into adulthood within hours, and seek out more hosts for implantation. So maybe they just kidnap you. Because remember in
No,
Alien,
but that second part, seek out more hosts for implantation.
right? So they're just trying to mass produce.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's a tiny alien, then
Yeah.
it bursts out the chest.
Yeah.
And now it's going to seek out more. So what is it?
Well, remember in Aliens when it would capture some of those people, remember, and it would just like spit them into the wall, and then they would have another face hugger in there. That's what those people like kill me because they had already had the face hugger in them and shit.
So then why does it kill? Shouldn't it try to gather them?
Shit. Well, maybe it's because they're being attacked. Maybe it understands the hostility.
Oh, there we go.
Like, because you have Parker who has the
Oh, it's
gun.
like a killer bee. Like
So
it's
it leaves
out-
you be if you're just chilling, but if you're swinging at it, it's like fuck that shit.
So if that guy, if they stayed on the planet,
Mm-hmm.
instead of going out into space, it would have taken the people like it does in part 2.
I would
and taken
think.
it back to the host.
I would have to the egg sacs.
Yeah,
yeah.
So the queen can make more egg sacs.
But does that mean that one alien that came out is now the queen?
No,
How
queen's
did-
way different.
I understand the queen's
huge.
humongous, yeah, but how do they make a queen? Where's the queen?
She's back on the planet.
So they just never saw it.
They never saw it. You don't see it in part 1.
Okay. I remember seeing it in 2.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because they didn't go back to that planet, did they?
yeah.
Oh my God, they went back to. I didn't even realize that they went back to. I was gonna say Nostromo. That's a ship. So with Paul Rudd. I'm sorry, Paul Reiser. They went. Oh, I didn't even realize that. I thought they went back to. Oh, but they blew up the Nostromo.
Yes.
No, they blew up their ship. Then they leave the Oh my God, I am just
All right,
okay.
now
Now
you're
I'm
confused.
getting
All right.
deep.
So their commercial ship is the Nostromo,
Okay,
and it blows up.
they blown
It
to death.
self-destructs it.
She tries to stop it, and
Yeah.
and then she can't. Mother is like, nah, fuck that shit. And there was a scene that I saw in this really fast where she's setting Mother to blow up, and then she saw the xenomorph, right? She's like, ooh, I can't do that. I can't. I gotta stop this thing.
Because it was in the way of the
Correct.
escape pod.
Correct. How did she see it? Was it on camera? I don't remember. Now that I think about it, I remember the scene. I'm thinking, I don't remember seeing this before, and
Now I forgot.
I don't remember. And it was
That's where she drops Ash. That's where she drops Jonesy.
the cat.
right?
Yeah.
And the cat's like,
Bitch. Yeah, I don't remember. Just batting the sides. Yeah. No, that bitch should be using claws. But I'm gonna read this too. Known to be extremely deadly and hostile. These creatures require a host organism in order to reproduce. The appearance of the xenomorph can vary depending on the host in which the embryo is implanted. The human phenotype is generally around 7 to 9 feet tall. Oh my God, imagine a 9-foot tall xenomorph. In height and roughly 181.43 or 272.15 kilograms or 400 to 600 pounds.
like KD.
Yeah, exactly like. In weight, with a long, muscular tail and large, curved, oblong head. The queen of this species is generally twice as large, although some queens have been shown to grow much larger, some surpassing 30 meters in height at any given time, and possess
30 meters?
Yeah, superior speed.
90-foot tall queen?
Imagine that. That's a fucking tidal wave coming at you. And possesses superior speed, strength, and intelligence compared to her common offspring. So the offspring, the dummies, the ones that are running around, the soldiers, are just a bunch of dummies. But so my question is this. So they have the dorsal spines, the secondary jaws, the head, the anatomy.
All right.
But I just want to know
anatomy lesson.
what they eat. Like, there's the predalien, like the different base xenomorphs. That was the predator alien. There's the drone. There's the warrior. There's the.
Did you type in what do xenomorphs eat?
No, I typed in xenomorph. Explain. Appearances, history. Okay, that's the only last question. What do you talk?
So this movie's pretty fucking cool. And all of it. No, I had a bunch of notes.
Okay.
Let me take a look at these here.
Xenomorphs are often depicted engaging in a gruesome act of consuming the corpse of their victim. Also, I guess they will eat the victim. Feeding on the deceased provides a rich source of nutrients, making the most of their predatory. I've literally never seen a photo of a xenomorph eat. Let me look in these photos real quick.
Yeah, they just kind of like stab you through the chest.
Yeah.
And then, tear you in half, I guess, if you're Bishop.
So if
It's part 2.
I was gonna say, I don't remember that. So there's a photo of a xenomorph eating in the comic book. I've never seen the xenomorph eat in a movie. Also, what the fuck is up with Lambert just standing there screaming? I know she's in shock. Yeah. And then letting the tail just creep up behind her, likely
Yeah.
just impaled her from behind. But
I mean, what do you want to do? Fight back?
You see her attacking
Ash?
Ash. No. Parker. Because she's with Parker when she gets
Yeah.
killed, right? Yeah. So you see him trying to fight it, right? And she's just like, it's like fucking Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, she's useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women, right? That is a fucking joke. Anyway, so again, apparently xenomorphs do eat. We're 15 minutes in. We haven't really talked about the movie that much at all. So let's fucking...
We've been talking about xenomorphs.
Xenomorphs, yeah. But like, let's talk about the story. Let's talk about Sigourney. Like, she is amazing.
She's fucking cool.
She...
So she's right every time. No one listens to her.
She's like, I'm not letting you back in.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, open this fucking door. She's like, you know the protocol like I do, motherfucker. You don't know what that fucking thing is. It's a bionic, I'm sorry. It's a biological, it's an organism. Like, eat a fucking dick. He's hurt. We got to bring him back in medical bay. She's like, no, you fucking don't. And then again, that's why it comes into play with Ash that I get so frustrated with, because I'm like,
well, Ash is there to sabotage.
Correct. That's what I mean. I'm
Not
like,
sabotage,
but
but
he opens up,
he only has one objective.
Yeah.
And he's going to
bring that thing back, and at the cost of the human lives.
Right.
So it's like, again, knowing that, it's like frustrating that if you were to watch that movie straight, like if I were to show it to anybody that had never seen that movie, why did he open that door or something like that? Like, why did he do that? And then there's the
it's a
twist.
reveal, yeah.
Right. So Sigourney, every step of the way, was like, nope, you're not on the ship. Now I am the fucking captain. Look at me. I am the captain. I am the captain now.
But I mean, she knows to not trust Ash either, because she even tells Dallas, she's like, I don't trust him.
Yeah.
Something about him.
But even before they leave the ship.
Before she knew he was an android.
Which, why did she not trust him though?
Because he was acting fucking shady as fuck.
But they weren't even there yet.
No, that's not there. That's later on.
Is it after he started looking through the telescope or the microscope?
He's
Because I know he's looking at the body, the embryo, like the X-ray of the person. He's like, "Ooh, that's a fucking thing in there." And she comes in there. He's like, "Let me just turn this off real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this? Don't look at that, please. Can you please just not look at that, please, please, please?" And then, but either again, knowing the reveal of it, I just the whole movie, I just get frustrated with the stuff that he's doing, and it's unbeknownst to Ripley and Dallas and Brett and Kane. Well, Kane, I mean, he got fucking mouth fucked, unfortunately, but unconsensually. And also, really quick, thinking about that, in Alien Romulus, you see them pull the facehugger off that person. Like, that seems like a flaccid fucking tube they're pushing down like your throat, but a long tube nonetheless. That's why it just makes me think of a whale's dick. Like, it's just floppy. So I'm thinking, how do they really push it? Can someone just bite? You think, but then they get acid mouth.
Yeah.
That I'd rather
Just
have
melt your
that.
face.
I'd rather have that than fucking. I'd rather die like that than feeling the pain of.
I don't know how instant that would be, having your face.
Well,
melt.
think it's right here. It's gonna cut my head in half. You know, the acid's gonna just go right through. It's gonna.
Sever your spinal cord.
Yeah. So
It takes time though.
I don't know that. I mean, that acid went through
by
that
time
fucking
I meant like
ship.
2 seconds,
Yeah.
but that's still time.
Not as quick as that submersible
They're like,
popping.
oh my god, my fucking. That's you're dead,
I'm gonna bite. And just fucking dead. That joke about the submersible was very mean, but either way, that's pretty spot on. Anyway, let's talk, because 2-second death compared to you can't, your brain can't even process how quickly you just blown up and turned into a fucking meat sauce or meat salsa. Anyway, let's talk about aliens.
Okay,
Michael. The first thing that I noticed, because the first 2 minutes of this movie was like utter silence, right? Because it's just going through the shit.
Real nice.
It made me uncomfortable.
Okay.
But there's signs on all these doors that are I looked it up, and it was Semistic.
Oh, that word?
Yeah. Hold on, I can look it up maybe unless you have it up on your
Like symbolic or something like that?
Yeah. Semiotic. So semiotic standard. So the designer for the Alien movie, he created his or I don't know if it's a female or male, I'm sorry. So his or her own standard for understanding these doors. So there's, what's that, 2, 4, 6, 7, 14, 21, 28. So there is 34 different, no, wait, what's 7 times 5? What's 7 times 5?
35.
I said 34. God, I can't even do basic math. I'm just making myself look more and more of an idiot.
Right,
I need to just not do math. But it has many different signs. So obviously medical is the little cross. There's one where like it looks like the face is all red and blown up, and that means artificial.
I'm sorry.
growth.
Are these on the Nostromo or on the alien ship?
They are on both ships.
Okay.
Oh, not the alien ship. I'm sorry. Not the
The Half Moon.
Yeah, what were they called again?
One.
They were called I wrote the note down because I tried. It took me 5 minutes to find their name. The engineers is what they were called.
Yes, from Prometheus.
Correct.
Yeah.
Did you see Prometheus?
Of course.
Did you see?
The part 2?
Yeah.
Covenant?
Covenant.
Yeah. Is that the part 2?
Yeah, that was part
is there a
2.
third one?
No, that was it. That was it. That's part
Okay.
because I was
Either way, I saw them all. Yeah.
The second one,
Fassbender.
Yeah,
Being a super douche.
Yeah,
Douchier than Ash. He out-douched Ash.
which is difficult to do.
Difficult to do. Very difficult.
Covenant was violent.
Very, very violent.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But I love the fact that I had first and foremost my main man, Danny McBride. Like I love Danny McBride no matter what.
I forgot he was in that.
Yeah.
I've only seen him the one time.
Well, he survives.
Does he? Oh, he does?
Yeah. He survives, and so does the girl from the fucking Fantastic Beasts, Catherine Watterson, who I absolutely adore.
Really?
I like her a lot. She's fucking tall too.
Hold on.
Okay.
How does Prometheus end?
Prometheus ends with
What's the one where they go to the planet and Fassbender
kills them all?
tricks them?
That's Covenant.
Okay.
It's the beginning of Covenant.
What's,
So at the
what's
end of
the
Prometheus,
one where the end where the girl's going to sleep and he's like, "Oh, I got you good, bitch."
that's Covenant
That's coming. Okay.
because he has the embryos. He has the alien.
So then where did Watterson and McBride go?
So let's talk about this really quick.
Do we have to
Like, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do.
watch him again?
Really quick, no. We're going to talk about the very, very quick and speedy Alien, not including the Predators, the Alien direct timeline, right? Okay, maybe not timeline. Let's just talk about the movies as they came out. Alien 1, or Alien, is Sigourney Weaver and friends are on a commercial vessel, and they get awoken because of a distress signal.
Right.
They go to investigate.
Which I think is fake.
It was a warning, actually. So Ash knew that it was a warning.
No, I mean it's a lie to them, like, oh, it's a distress signal.
Yeah.
But really, the corporation wanted them to go there the whole time.
Correct.
Yeah.
I believe.
that's-
Because even though they had cargo,
Because their directive was to go get the specimen, right?
that was their directive after they got woken up.
Well, not there,
They
like
initially
the
had
ship's
cargo.
directive.
They had cargo
And
initially, and
ashes.
they were delivering it somewhere. But this is on the way, and they're like, "Oh, we got to go do this real quick." So that's why the system. That's why Mother woke us up, and then they are compromised because of the stupid fucking android, and also the captain at the time trying to bring that guy back on the ship. Xenomorph gets out, kills everybody. Sigourney gets away with Cat. Aliens, she wakes up, what is it, like 200 years in the future or something like
No,
that?
it's only like 63 years.
Okay, that's a long fucking time. But her kid's dead. The cat's dead. And
Cat's alive.
was it really? Was it frozen with her?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So John, what's his name? John Jones? Jonesy?
Jonesy?
Jonesy. Was it Jonesy?
The cat's
Yeah.
name? Yes,
Okay.
Jonesy.
So she wakes up 60 years in the future, and they're like, "Hey, we're going back.
Right.
So you owe us money. You can either go do this, or you can pay us." She's like, "Well, what am I fucking gonna do?" So she goes back.
Okay.
With some Marines this time
Mm-hmm.
because now they're prepared, but they don't believe her story about what happened. Because she's like, "Hey, some aliens." It's like, "Hey, we have no fucking evidence, dude. Like, what are you trying to say?"
Right. The corporation's like, hey,
Yeah.
all this shit went down, but you didn't record it, but you
Yeah.
exploded our ship.
Yeah, thanks a lot. So you owe us money. So they go back.
They're gonna charge. What? They gonna charge her $1 trillion?
Yeah, and
Okay.
you got to build it by hand until you die. So they go back. They get marooned.
Phillips screwdriver. Can I get a flathead?
No. All right. She just has to jimmy the whole thing. They go back. Everyone is dead except for her, the cat, and also Newt and.
Well, the cat doesn't go back.
Oh,
Cat stays on the ship.
Okay, fine.
She goes with the Marines.
Is it Newt?
Newt.
Newt,
is
the girl. Yeah. And then the captain of the Marines survived, but he's kind of fucked up. He gets like acid on him or something like that, but he
Technically,
survives.
he's not the captain, but yeah. Michael
is he?
Biehn. He's just one of, like, the second in command guy. The black guy is the captain guy.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he's.
And the nerdy white guy who's doesn't have combat experience, but
Mm-hmm.
he's still their leader or whatever.
Okay. And our favorite, Bill Paxton. He gets,
We're dead, man. We're fucking dead, man.
He gets pulled into the floor and is just like, "Ah," and it's
Yeah.
shooting down. So the sound of the guns, I love the sound of their guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and so they go into sleep, and then they are awakened because they crash land onto a prison planet in
Yeah.
Aliens 3. Newt dies. Bean dies. But off screen, unfortunately. Turns out Ripley has the alien embryo, or has an alien inside of her. I don't know how.
I don't remember. I've only seen that movie like once or twice, maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Was that a Fincher?
Yeah.
And he hated every minute of it. And it ends with Ripley sacrificing herself by falling into lava, and it's not lava; it's just like flames. Yeah. The alien bursts from her stomach, and she grabs it so it doesn't get away, and then she falls in. The thumb is her grabbing it.
Yeah.
That's
It's a little alien.
yeah. And so she sacrifices herself. and she perishes. Alien Resurrection is now, I think that one's hundreds of years in the future.
There you go. That makes sense.
Humans still haven't learned their lesson about trying to weaponize the xenomorphs. And this crew of lackeys come to this big ship to, I think, kidnap? No, they're going to rob the fucking ship or something like that.
I've seen it maybe once.
Okay. And Sigourney's on there. She's a clone now. They've somehow found her DNA, and they clone her. And so they have a lot of versions of her.
that. Okay.
Yeah. And she's like perfect. They made her stronger. They made her smarter, faster, all this shit. She's basically the $3 million. The $3 million. The $3 million Ripley is what she is. And everybody dies, except for her.
Is that the one where the thing gets pulled through the tiny hole?
Yeah, tiny little hole. And it's like the baby. It has eyes like, and it gets like just blows through it. Because she uses she cuts her finger on it because she has the acid blood. Sigourney does, and she
does she?
Yeah, she flicks it on the hole.
Like I said, I've only seen that one time.
And then so her Winona survives because she's an android, and Winona Ryder's in it. And I think one other person maybe survived, and they're going back to Earth. There was an alternate ending of that movie where they make it to Earth, and it's like
decimated.
Yeah, it's just
desolate.
Yeah, it's just desert.
It's wall-eyed.
Yeah, and they're like, well, fuck. And like, so it's just like a waste. But obviously it's been so long in the future. And then now, if you think about it, there's the prequels to all this. So there was Alien Prometheus, which was, they introduced the engineers, which are the horseshoe-shaped ship people. Mm-hmm. And apparently if they drink this liquid, they turn into mush and they make DNA and it makes human beings or something like that. And I believe they were making the aliens or trying to do it.
I have to watch it again. I don't really want to.
I don't either. It was okay.
It was okay.
I mean, you have Charlize Theron. You have...
Charlize? Oh, she works for the Numi Rapace?
Something like that. Yeah. And you have Numi Numi Rapace. That's Elizabeth Shaw. You have Fassbender, who's the very first version of one of the androids. And...
so Prometheus takes place before Alien?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, before Whitney. I keep wanting to say Whitney, and I'm trying to say Sigourney, and I think I'm combining Sigourney and Ripley. I'm thinking Whitney. I don't know what's happening.
Makes sense.
But so yes, it's before, and then again, everybody dies. At the end of that, Shaw takes the android head of David, and they're like, "We're gonna take this horseshoe shit. We're gonna go to their planet and get answers." And he's like, "Let's fucking do it, dude." And he's just a fucking head, and. Because he has no choice. He's like, all right, let's fucking go, dude.
No, please stop.
Yeah, she's like holding his hair. But at some point, she rebuilds him. She rebuilds David, and that's yeah, that's Fassbender. And he kills her. He kills her in her sleep, and he sacrifices her, like her anatomy. He's like just going through her body and shit like that. And then they make it to
that's in Covenant.
Yeah, you don't see it. He does it off screen. Like it's just yeah.
A lot of stuff's going on. Mm-hmm. Okay.
He gets to the engineer planet. Engineers are all happy he's there, not knowing it's him. They're like, oh, they're back, yay! And they get all these engineers meeting up. They're like so happy the alien's back, or their ship's back. And he unleashes the blackness, the goo or whatever that is, onto them, and they all die, like all of them dead. And then he's there for some time before the Covenant gets there. And
how did you remember all this?
My mind is full of useless information, Michael.
Shit,
I cannot know. I cannot remember.
He's not reading notes here, folks.
I'm not.
He's wearing nothing, actually, which is a little disturbing.
The only way I can talk about things in my mind is if I'm fully nude.
Yeah.
I am stroking myself very slowly.
While you're walking around like you're an engineer with your hands up and super buff, with just dick flopping around.
Yeah,
like.
Black eyes, bald, porcelain white skin.
It's like I'm watching a Tool video, just live.
I can't stand Tool. I know it. The face you gave. Are you more mad that I don't like Tool or that I don't like not Depeche Mode? Deftones.
I don't care.
Which one makes you angry? Which one makes you angry?
Neither makes me angry.
Because I
don't give a shit.
Okay.
Well, I mean, people are allowed or not allowed to like any music that they want.
That's very fair. Like, I
think you're a lame-o, but I'm not mad at you.
You know what's interesting? I told you this. We have many listeners that like Deftones.
Fuck yeah.
And that are on your side.
Yeah, they're cool, and you're not.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about it. Fuck all of you.
Any of y'all going up to Frisco in 2 weeks? I'll see you there.
I don't. Oh yeah, that's right. 17th, right?
Sick.
Yeah, and so it's Deftones. It's fuck. I'd love to see Rage. And
it's not Rage.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Deftones. It's Interpol.
Nope.
Deftones.
You can just let me say it.
I think it's just wishful thinking. It's just wishful thinking. Hold on, I know this. It's Deftones,
It's the
System of a Down,
Beatles? There you go.
and what's the last one?
Mars Volta.
Okay, so I like 2 of those 3.
There you go.
Which is not passing. Is that a passing grade? 2 of 3?
That's 66%.
That is passing.
Yeah,
That is
bro.
passing. Anything above 60%. That's my mentality in high school. Oh, I got a D, but that's passing, right? That's fucking right.
I don't have to come back here again? All right, good.
Yeah.
Peace.
Anyway, so I would love to see those 2 bands, but I know those tickets sold out massively quick. Also, I wouldn't want to go. I don't like live music. And
Are we sure you like them then?
just because I like them music doesn't mean I need to like them live.
Sure.
Anyhow, so and then sorry, back
How
to
are we
Covenant.
best friends again?
That's a great question. Movies is what really holds us together.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you're
And
smarter
raw sexual chemistry?
than me. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Really quick, let me talk about something really fast. And it's
Are we
something.
done with your synopses?
No. So, okay, I finished Covenant first. So they all die. All the engineers die, and then the Covenant ship gets there and is like, "What's going on here?" And
Oh, and they find him there?
David.
I've seen this movie and I forgot.
They find David there. Oh, I'm sorry. His name's Walter. Walter's his name in the Covenant, but David is the original version.
Gotcha.
So they get there. Walter and David find each other, and they're like basically sucking each other's dicks. Like they're like, "Dude, you're me and I'm you. You're me and I'm me." And they're super pumped.
Like a Spider-Man beat each other?
Yeah, but they're not pointing at each other. They're just stroking
Just
each other's
poking each
dicks.
other's
Yeah,
dicks,
the dick.
In out.
Yeah. The dick to floor ratio. That's the best part of that fucking show. The fact that that's like real math that they did. Anyway, that we're talking about Silicon Valley. So David sacrifices one of the people and makes a xenomorph from one of them. Like it gets they just. I think it was the captain, which was the. Fuck, I always forget that guy's name.
Well, he originally throws it in the dude's drink or something.
David Krupp. Yeah, that's what you're right. It's David Krupp that he puts the liquid in, and that kills David Krupp.
Is that the guy from Upgrade?
No,
Oh, okay. It looks like him though, right?
a little bit. David Krupp is this guy. Guy
We
Pearce.
don't need to know. That's fine.
Yeah. He was in Watchmen.
No, Billy Crudup.
No, this is. Oh, I said David. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You were so good. I was impressed by
Okay.
your knowledge and
Yeah.
remembering
Well,
things.
here's the thing.
And you fucking blew it all
Okay,
up.
so that guy dies, and Xenomorph is born.
No, there was a younger guy in the. I guess that would be Prometheus. See, I mixed them up because I can't remember which
Look,
one.
if
is
Corrupt
which.
give a fuck, he'd always be. I wanted to say that when I first said his name, but I was like, "There's no way to put it in," and I still couldn't make it work.
It's Crudup.
Yeah, but if Crudup.
He's Dr. Manhattan.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
His dick flopping out in Manhattan, yeah. So he dies. Xenomorph is born, starts killing everybody, chopping off heads, doing all this. David kills Walter and takes his place as the android because they look the same. And then Danny McBride and Catherine Watterson kill the Xenomorph. And they are going to go, oh, Jesse Smollett was in this movie? Oh, that sucks. I
don't remember.
He probably died, hopefully, really, like a really, really harsh death, I would hope. So they survive, but at the end of it, right as Daniels, which is Catherine Watterson, is about to go to bed because James Franco was her husband in the movie and he got killed, as he should. David says he says something that triggers her to know that it's not her android, that it's not Walter. And she's like, "Ugh," and she goes into shock for a second.
That's okay.
And she goes
For
in
some reason,
shock.
I thought it was Numi that was going to.
Yeah, Numi's
hypersleep
long
and
dead. Yeah,
He
yeah.
tricked her. Okay.
So
that's I couldn't remember which one it was.
the shock on her face, and then night, and she goes to bed, and then he goes and takes out I think 2 alien embryos and puts them into a frozen slumber. So assumably, if they made the last one, that it would be hopefully the end of it. But anyway, so that's that. That's the Prometheus. That's the everything of Alien. No matter what, even though Prometheus is pretty average, I've enjoyed them all. Like
I said, it's just been so many years that I've seen it.
Right.
So I don't even know if I think that it's average or not. I remember that was the sentiment around. It was okay. But I have to watch it again to just see actually because I don't remember.
Right.
I remember just bits and pieces of it. Looked fucking awesome though.
Well, with technology, of course, you can make those motherfuckers look a lot better. Because the first Xenomorph, it's a dude in a suit, for sure.
Yeah.
Second one got better.
Yeah.
And obviously third one.
Stan Winston Studios did those.
Yeah, he took over. Yeah. Because
Oh, what's that guy's name who designed him? H.R. Geiger.
something like that, a spooky motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh my god! If you went to a ship and it looked like that, like
Yeah,
organic.
yeah.
I'm like, we're getting the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck is this?
Something is definitely going to try to probe me in here.
Yeah.
I want to get out.
Something's gonna violate my fucking mouth,
Yeah.
and I need to get the fuck out of here. So
I have lots of holes in me. I'd like to keep them as exits only.
I think my orifices would value being exits only, because I don't think they want to be, I don't know, penetrated, and like not in a consensual way. So I literally almost haven't talked about any of my things here besides
Oh my God.
the signs.
Get
So
it to
I'm
fucking
gonna rush through it. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
The quietness of space is eerie. I don't like it. Spooky. Why are their undies see-through? Because that was like sheer white. Like I saw some dick and I was like, all right, I'm okay with this. But like,
Space, bro.
why the fuck is this ship so damn spooky? Put some more goddamn lights around this ship. Because there's many times they're
Well,
walking
I mean,
through this.
they're like blue collar workers.
I get
So
it.
it's all drippy and dank. You know, shit gets dank.
Dank? Or do you mean, is
The
it
dank.
dank or do you mean damp?
No, dank, dark and damp, and it's dank. You ever heard of the word dank before?
I've heard dank.
It's like dark and drippy.
But I've heard it in the
and,
context, that shit's dank.
Oh,
like,
no,
in a positive way. Like that
Yeah,
shit's,
yeah.
what was the other one?
I'm talking about my fucking weed, bro. Fucking.
But that could also be taken both ways too. Like,
Yeah.
it depends if you're like, man, that shit's dank.
It's
like,
dark,
it's not good.
damp, and dank.
Dark, damp, and dank are the 3 Ds of
Yeah.
the wetness, of the
Hell
moisture
yeah.
level. Is
You like run your hand on the wall and it's like,
Yeah.
it's all dark, dank, and damp.
I always just say it's moist, and I know
Whatever.
people hate that word. Anyway, but put some more goddamn lights.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna walk through a corridor, there should be light switches every so often so you can do it. Or if it's if it's motion activated, like
Or in the future, shouldn't you just say lights and turn
yeah.
on?
But see, you should be the one to turn them
My
off.
fucking bathroom in my work is motion captured.
Yeah. You should be like this. If I say lights, it detects
activated,
my
sorry.
specific voice, right? So not everybody can turn it off. So
So you wanted to say, hello, Brandon.
yeah. Hello, mother.
How is
Lights,
your
please.
penis hanging
Yeah.
today?
Is your dick still have too much skin on it? Thanks, mother.
Do you need relief? Please.
Yeah.
Stick penis
Put in
inside.
tube. put in orifice tube by 2:00 today.
It's a-
Why am I so quick? I know, you gotta
Oh, no,
quick,
it's
you gotta
fast.
quick start. Or no, it's the pull cord. You gotta. And it's just a drill on one side that's just fucking moving. And just,
it's like the same like toilet they use at the space shuttle. Just goes. It just sucks.
you gotta pre-wet it yourself, so you gotta spit on yourself because it's gonna be so quick. Yeah. Oh, and your balls are perfectly cupped to your testes, so it's like it pulls so much come out of you. Anyway, Parker makes a great point. Pay me.
Hell
And I
yeah.
put that in all capitals. The other guy too, his friend.
Harry Dean.
Yeah, he made a great point too. Why did the ship
Brett.
get so damaged during landing?
Well, that's I'm assuming this possibility.
What are you,
There
fucking
is a
Donald
chance.
Trump? You're saying all these fucking words?
I think Ash had a little something to do with that one too.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. It's interesting seeing the spaceship that we know as the engineers before they knew it was the engineers. Like that horseshoe, like before Ridley Scott or the writers or any of those guys put that shit together to make Prometheus and all that stuff. Because they didn't even have names for him when they went there. If I saw that ginormous motherfucker with a hole in his chest, I'd be like, yeah, we gotta go. Like even if the organic matter wasn't there, right? Let's just say it was all mechanic. Like this guy is at least 15 feet tall,
Yeah.
right?
Huge,
And,
giant.
yeah, huge. And there's a hole in his chest, stomach area that shouldn't be there because that's coming from inside of his body. It's not like, granted, they didn't let them up and see like if it came from the back of him, but you would think if a hole the size of, let's just say he's 15 feet.
But do they necessarily know that? Like, couldn't it just been like a fucking phaser? We got
That's very
shot?
fair too. From inside of him.
I mean, it's just a hole. They don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So
they're not fucking ballistic.
He should have
experts.
had the light, like, looking in there, like, okay, I don't see an entrance, so this is only an exit.
He puts his hand in like they do in the general's head
In
a-
Starship Troopers. Imagine if it was still wet.
Sucked his brains out.
Puts his whole arm in there. Oh my god, he's still alive. Let's see here. How long? Oh yeah, look how big that dude is. I feel like the face hugger wouldn't even be able to fit around his fucking mouth.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So if you're 15 feet tall, yeah, he got his little sloppy dick flopping around, and the claws are only getting about right here. I'd be like, dude, get the fuck off me, like you little shit. And then I'd swing him by his tail
Yeah.
and throw it. That effect where he would tighten around his neck That's fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
And scary.
Yeah.
Do they go into paralysis when they're in there? Because like Ash was I'm sorry, not Ash. The guy wasn't moving at all. Like he was asleep or something. So I feel like they put him in a paralysis or
Yeah, some type of coma, probably. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. I know we
Kane is the guy who gets it.
I know we are naturally curious when finding new things, but like an organic thing moving around and some sack type shit, no thanks. So like Kane's like some kind of egg. I can sort of see through it. Something's moving in there. The top is opening. Let me just peer over that real quick, and then blip. Now,
Yeah, but he's wearing a helmet, so he thinks he's safe.
you're never safe in space, bro. Yeah. But also the other thing, how did it get through his helmet? Like, was it
Melted it with its acid shit.
But what did it cut itself, and to do it?
No, melted.
I understand what it did, but how come nobody else the acid gets on their face? Like, how did it release the acid? Is my question.
I mean, he probably just secreted it from its little suctions. Okay. I don't know, man. You fucking read 9 books on xenomorphs. You didn't say anything about that?
You know, I have read books of aliens.
You've read books?
I've read a book.
Oh, nice. The Bible, the only one you need.
Yeah. there was a joke that I saw for the Deadpool movie where he's like, I'm not trying to brag, but I don't read. And I laughed so hard. Anyway, Ripley knew. But the fact that the captain was trying to break protocol is bullshit.
Yeah.
That he's like, just open the door, Ripley. He's like, you know as well as I do, fuckface. I can't let you in here. We got to look at that first. And then Ash is like, hey.
He could have, if he would have just said like, oh, Kane's hurt, she would have let him in.
Yeah, she would have known nothing. He said it. Yeah.
He's like, oh, it's got an organism. He's like, wait a second, what kind?
It's apparatus head.
Like, fucking kind of fuck your mouth. Just let us in. Like, no, man, you can't come in.
The guy never wraps around your face and fucks it. Fuck! Like it has 2 sacks on each side. They're like testicles, just pumping deep in Kane's mouth. Let's see here. I wrote "Damn you, Ash" twice.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, Ash is clearly.
My favorite line is when she goes, "Oh, we're gonna do all this shit, Ash. You just continue to do what you've been doing, which is fucking nothing." Oh, we're still compiling data. Like, really? All right, I'll just go sit over there and fucking be useless.
Hey, Ash, do me a favor. Fuck off. Like, real hard. Go do that on the other side of the ship. I'm going to give you money. I'm going to give you my shares to go fuck yourself. If you could just do that. And I'm going to give the other half to Parker. See, it sucks because Ripley doesn't know Ash is an android, and he sucks again. Again, my just hatred for Ash. And he plays that character so well.
Good. Well, I was going to ask.
Okay.
Do Ian Holm and Tom Skerritt always play douchebags?
Kind of. Seems like,
good at it.
Yeah.
Tom's not like a complete douchebag, but he's not a good leader. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like he's got nothing.
Right. And I feel like,
but he's like a super douche in Contact. Ian's he's not a bad guy in Fifth Element, but he's kind of douchey as the priest.
Right.
Right. So and kind of douchey as Bilbo, like at the
he was Bilbo.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't even catch that. Yeah. I mean, he's so old though. Like, I don't even think about it.
But he does like that face.
Yeah. When he's the ring, right?
Yeah, he sees the ring.
Like he got a little fangy teeth and shit like that. Yeah. Like, get the fuck off me, Bilbo.
But yeah, they're pretty douchey in the stuff they're in.
Okay. I would agree. Like, I think that's their face, right? They just have that they can bring it. Like, look at who's always a villain. Tom Bean? No, not Tom Bean.
Defoe?
I don't know. He's not always a villain.
Okay.
What's the guy that always dies in all his movies? Something Bean? Sean Bean?
Michael Bean?
Michael Bean.
He's a good guy in 2 Aliens.
Yeah, but in Lord of the Rings, he kind of was like dicey.
Oh, you think it's Sean Bean?
I did say Sean Bean first.
Sorry.
Okay. A lot of times he is kind of like the bad guy, and he's dead in every fucking movie he's in, pretty much.
Why does not just die?
Yeah, one does not just simply die. I remember Bo. He did that in the episode of Man Beast, and it's an episode we didn't put out, and he did that, and I remember when. He was like, he's the one, I think he might have been the one that pitched that joke. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's fucking do that. I didn't understand that reference at first. And then he made the thing about Sean Bean. I was like, 007, 006 Sean Bean? And he's like, yeah, Lord of the Rings. You know, he had that scene. And I was like, huh? And I looked it up because I hadn't seen Lord of the Rings once.
Right.
Fellowship once. And so I thought that was really good. Like, when does that simply? So I miss Bo. But I don't know if Bo listens to this.
You mean he's not dead?
He's probably jumping and tricking his way like to like
I should he
some
would have
kind
like
of
jumped off
sciatic
a
pain.
wall and then actually went out a window. But that's just me.
You know, I think what's killing him faster is hip dysplasia and having no cartilage in his knees because all those fucking tricks that he's doing.
All those arthritic hips he got.
All those back flips and front flips and gainers and soon he's about to hobbit as he tries to jump. He's going to shatter his legs. We love you, Bo. I do like that the chest burster scene was filmed with multiple angles to get their actors' real reactions because they did not know what to expect. So they were not told what was going to happen. So when that first initial blood squirt happened, like that was their actual like, "Whoa!" Like they didn't know that. And then when the chest thing came, when the alien came out, again, knew nothing. And so like they were just told, from my understanding, like fucking go with it. And they had like 4 cameras set up to just record the whole scene. And they nailed it. Yeah. Because like I don't know. I mean, what would you expect? You know what I mean? Like something you've never seen before. It's 1979. The violence of it. Like this guy is dead now, and there's an alien just like.
I think the worst part is John Hurt's like hands still shaking because of the trauma as the alien's like looking around.
Yeah, and then Ash is like, "Don't touch it," even though like Parker had like a plastic knife. He's like, "I'm gonna fuck this thing up," but like he's like, "No," and it like just literally like scurries off. I was thinking, well, how I've never seen their little xenomorph legs like that, and I think that'd be interesting to see. I wrote again, "Damn you, Ash," and then he put his face under that liquid. How does he know what it is? So when Brett, when he's looking for the cat, and there's that dripping,
the water?
Yeah, like, well, you don't know that's water, bro. Now, granted, he is like an engineer or whatever. Maybe he does know, like what's there. But he's just like, yeah. And what if Parker's out there just taking a fat piss, like peeing on some grades? Like, I'll do this wherever, dude. I don't give a shit. Because all these people are so sweaty.
Yeah.
Like they're like you said, it's dank in there. Which is
what's the AC set into that motherfucker?
It's not. There's no AC in there. There's probably not even AC in the main living cabin.
Just cracked a window.
It's just, everything's getting pulled out. It has to be cracked like not even like a millimeter. What is the purpose of aliens? What do they eat? That's my question there. I cannot stress enough how little light this ship has. Yeah, because again, it's
a very moody ship.
Not only that, I feel like I saw like this dark corridor with all this mechanical equipment. I'm like, you go first. Like, I don't want to go through that.
That's the thing too, because I've been in like corridors and basements where like shit gets works done.
There's an S and a T, and it works.
And yeah, it can be dark too, but you do want light because you have to work on stuff. Yes. Like you can't work on stuff in the fucking pitch black. Like what the fuck?
Like I have in HVAC, like I have technicians that have like their dome light, like for their head, and I'm thinking that's not enough light for what you need to do. And like, like we just set it on like the wide setting. I'm just like, but it's also yellow light that you have. Wouldn't you want white light?
Yeah.
I'd want white light, not yellow. Yellow's too forgiving.
I told you I just watched Long Legs, and it's set like in the 80s, so their flashlights are like super yellow lights. Yeah. I'm like, oh no, I need some like white ass 7 lights. Like, what's going on here?
You need LED. Yeah. Lasts forever, rechargeable.
I need that flashlight in those like YouTube commercials that come up like in between videos where it's
super
like,
bright.
Hey, this is 1 billion lumens. Hold on. You can see it from space.
Hold on.
So all right, so let me start with my notes here. What do we got here? We talked about those guys being a douche. Ripley don't take no shit. She was right and everyone's wrong and they all deserve to die. Trying not to eat during this movie because I was eating some chicken katsu and spam. What are those called?
Spam musubi. Okay, so this light. I'm not going to turn on. You can see inside of it that there's I'm not turning it on. There's a bunch of LEDs. I would not do that to your eyes. I mean, it's bright. So it can adjust and it can focus.
I think you did show me. Well, put it against the wall. Not the mirror. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Go a little dimmer, and then a little dimmer, and then it's off. But you can also do this. Make it brighter.
Oh my god.
Flash. Seizure. And that's off. So this thing's bright as shit. And when I focus it,
burn a hole in
my retinas.
Yeah. I like how it's square.
Thank you. It's just like you. So what else do you have?
You can stay here, Daddy-o. Don't be a square.
That would have been a good...
Tom Skerritt looks like he should be in the Doobie Brothers, circa 1978. I love that.
Anybody like the Doobie Brothers? Because we got one of them.
So again, like I asked Are they always douchebags? Is there a movie where Harry Dean Stanton isn't a scuzz?
I know.
Like
That's tough.
it's just his look.
Yeah.
I love him, but
Yeah.
And I was like, look at those things. Like he's been in movies since like 1950 and like the 50s. So I'm like,
Yeah.
really good
Is
for
he
you.
still alive?
I should have checked that. I don't know.
Okay.
Click on his name.
Okay.
I love the shot of Jonesy's face while Harry Dean is getting killed. Like just light shining directly on him. You can see his eyes are all green. The cat.
Yeah. I got you.
That's a great shot.
He passed away in 2017.
Yeah.
He was 91 years old.
Made me think, how many people had a cat named Jonesy in the 80s because of this
Because
movie?
of this, yeah. I didn't.
I kind of want a room that looks like the mother room.
Yeah.
Where it's just like all blinking lights everywhere. It just looks cool.
Which also is that just like a communication hub, and they can always just reach
It's like the central brain.
home base?
Like this.
Well, she's just talking to
control
she's just talking to the computer of the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, well, how does it get its orders?
The internet.
That's why I thought it was.
What do you mean?
That's why I thought it was a communication hub that they're talking to the motherland. Like, hey, what are we gonna do?
This mother has directives. Like 2001, like Hal.
Okay.
She's essentially Hal. Right.
That part where Ripley's in there.
And they have, terrible secret
decision-making?
Secret like secret stuff that tells to the humans.
When Ripley was in there, like you're talking to it, and then suddenly fucking Ash is there. I was like, how did he get in there? And she not fucking hear the door go, tss, tss, and like open and close. Like what the fuck? But I do like that she looked at him for just like a second. Like then she reacted like she's just in shock. I would imagine, of course. But okay, so continue.
So what was Ash's plan? Like, just let everyone die, and then hope the alien doesn't kill him, and then just land the ship back at Earth. Like, and then is this one of those ships that's too big to even land on Earth? Like, it would just stay in orbit, and like little ships would go to it.
It's a big ship. I mean,
know
when
what I'm
that ship blows up, I mean, you would think that if a ship like that blew up and you were as close as she was, she's dead too. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Like you're fucking dead. But yeah, I guess that's what the plan would be. It's like, hey, hopefully, because he knows nothing about the xenomorph, hopefully this thing won't kill me because I'm not organic.
Right.
Like I don't. I mean, I have stuff inside me that moves, but I don't have a heart. I don't have blood. I got milk. I got a lot of milk.
I got a lot 2% in me.
Yeah, I had whole milk one time and it fucked me up. Like I'm only 2%, 1% max. That's a great question.
He does drink milk during the movie too.
I don't know if that again.
Like,
I don't
is
even know if
that
that's
just
milk.
His like
His android
his oil?
fuel. Yeah, gotta lubricate himself.
He just pulls out a dipstick out of his ass. Like I'm a little low.
Yeah, no, from his dick hole. Let's see here. What does a magazine in your mouth do?
I was thinking the same thing. Well, I'm thinking he's not like a killer android,
Right.
So maybe he doesn't understand like how to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the premise for all those androids
He's
is
like, let me just choke somebody.
yeah, they're not supposed to kill. Like that's their parameters, just like an iRobot, right?
It's obviously not his.
Right. So he's like, you know what sounds good? Using this Sports Illustrated. I'm just gonna jam it in her mouth. So when he starts jamming it too, she like opens her mouth. And I was like, all right, Sigourney, let's make this look real. Like at least like let him force it in there. But
Slap her the cheek all day.
yeah. But so you got to smack it. You got to get it wet first, Mike.
Yeah.
You got to let her know that it's coming in for a landing. So he's trying to jam a magazine in her mouth, and then the other people show up. They're like, "Hey, man, what the fuck?" And again, the lady Lambert doesn't do shit.
Useless, yeah.
While Parker's there, like,
Oh god.
yeah,
Oh god.
stop it. But Parker's there, like, getting the fucking 5-finger Indiana Jones heart burst shit on the wrong side of his
Fucking 5-point exploding
finger.
heart
Yeah.
technique.
He's like, nah, no, it's Indiana Jones one. Like,
Oh yeah.
But yes, the Kill Bill one too. Like, pipe may touch you, the fucking. Of course he did. I was the number one student, bruh. Fuck, dude, I love Kill Bill. Anyway, so he like just squeezes his chest a little bit, and he's down for a second. And then he gets back up, and he hit him with like a fire extinguisher or something.
For some reason, I thought it was like just a lamp.
Okay,
No, I think it's
it was a
yeah.
candle holder. It was a
Yeah.
candlestick holder. Why do we have candles in space?
And the killer was
Yeah.
Parker in the kitchen with the guns.
with the candlestick. So he hits Ash. Ash falls to the ground, and clearly he is now an alien. Like his head like separates from his body a little. Android, sorry. And they're like, "Whoa, man, that's fucked up." And then he still tries to attack them, and still has his android strength, and nothing is done. I think then Lambert's like, ah, like just hitting him. So like, how useless is she? Like, what was her purpose on the ship too? What was she?
I mean, I'm sure they all had
Logistics?
jobs.
Was she the psychiatrist?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
So because Ripley was,
Co-captain.
she had to do something else. Because they all, like you said, they all have a purpose, right?
So Dallas is the captain.
Okay.
She's a co-pilot, I guess.
Okay.
Parker and Brett are
Engineers, yeah.
mechanics.
And Ash was a scientist
Science officer.
Why would they need that on that kind of ship? You know.
Well, because you're going into space. You never
Okay.
know what you're going to run into in space. You need someone who can analyze.
And also, Dallas said he's worked with Ash before. Is that what he said?
No, he said he's worked with science officers before, and they replaced them with Ash at the last minute on this mission.
Oh, I thought he had said he had worked with Ash before. Okay.
That's the point. Like, it was the plan the whole time was to get to the planet to get the specimen.
But they still had another task just to kind of hide that, right? Because they went to go to something else, but then yeah. I was gonna
task.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. My screen went blank. Let's see here. Also, other notes. I know. Oh, okay. I do like when they shut off Ash that his head looked all goofy. Like she hit his head. Like she's like, all right, like I'm done with this because he's like,
because it's a dummy head.
Yeah, but he's like, I don't empathize with you, whatever the fuck he said. And when she hit him, and then it did the reverse of looking at him, it just looked fucking dumb. Like it didn't look anything like Ash had looked. But again, 1979. Yeah. I know Ripley separated to save time, but I think she should have kept them all together.
Okay.
When she was like, you two go do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, granted, if they would have stuck together, yeah, it would have.
Oh, they're just trying to get the fuck off the ship.
I get it. I get it.
Supplies, and she needs to get the ship ready.
But safety in numbers, right? So you got useless.
Yeah.
You got useless fucking Lambert. That why would you even like? So you got Parker that's really there to fend for himself, and he gets got, and she gets got, and so when she only saw Parker, right? I don't remember her seeing Lambert dead, right?
I don't recall.
Yeah, it's just him with his this blood dripping out his head or whatever. But like,
no, I think she saw her too.
Did she?
I think there's a shot of her.
Okay. But I would have stayed together.
She's about as useful dead as she was when she was alive.
Yeah, like none. Let's see. I like how she blows up the entire ship and then just goes, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna go night night.
Well, no, she's gonna go hypersleep.
I understand, but she's like, whew, just blew that bitch up. Yeah,
it's tiring.
All that fucking self-destruct sequence initiating.
Well, should I?
What is? Let me. That's 6 years, 26 days. You're coming with me, Jonesy. And I was like, wait, are we gonna see some Ripley tit? Because like I don't remember there being nudity in this movie.
You don't remember that end?
No, I don't remember her getting undressed like that. I do not remember that at all.
How do you not remember that?
I don't know.
Okay.
But then you see her butt crack for a second. I was like, all right.
Well, I was thinking, that was one of my notes. So they stopped making my favorite underwear.
What is that?
It's like these Russell athletic kind of ones.
They stopped making it, or it's just...
I can't find them anymore. Okay. They're not on Amazon. They're not at Walmart where I used to buy them.
Okay.
So I've been like slowly progressing my way through different types of underwear to find ones that I like.
But do you like the stretchy rubbery one?
Yeah.
Or do you like the cotton?
Kind of stretchy.
Okay, good.
Yeah. A little breathable.
Yeah, that's what they say, but it really makes more... It makes it hotter in there.
Yeah, it's a jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just thinking, like, maybe I should get tiny white underwear that barely cover anything and show my butt crack.
And have each one of your nuts on each side of the fucking thing.
With a tiny tank top to show my nips.
Like as you're just barely taking it off, it's like right at the cusp of the bottom of your areolas.
So Ripley, I'm thinking of you.
Okay, good. Why is the alien moving so slow in the control area? Why is he suddenly like, I'm just gonna sleuth around?
Yeah, little sneaky snake.
Yeah. Also, I skipped this one. I put alien surprise when Dallas turns one way. It's like like it's like spooking him when it should have just lunged at him, right? But it's like with the harpoon thing, the alien bled. Where'd the blood go?
Got sucked out the ship.
Fine. Even though the alien was vaporized, would there not be any blood? Because I feel like it would have a little bit, no?
No, burnt blood, not... It's not sitting on a surface.
I understand. But like I thought so she turned on the engines, right? It's like... And it blasts out like the alien just got vaporized. But so everything just got completely... Okay, because of the heat. Okay. My final note. The credits work really well with the Predator music. Because I played it, and as I was doing it, like I rewound and then I played it, and I was like, "All right, this music can work for everything."
Well, that's what I wanted to bring up because Hulu's killing it right now because they have all those Alien movies and the Predator movies. Mm-hmm. So as I watched the film, I watched Alien, and then it's like, oh, coming up next, Aliens. So I'm like, okay. So I just sat and watched Aliens as well. And then I finished Aliens,
Yeah.
and then it's like, ooh, coming up next, Predator. So they just started. I got like halfway through Predator.
That's good.
So-
I know that whole movie beat by beat, so it's fabulous. But those are great movies.
So it made me think. When you watch a good movie that has an amazing sequel, do you just sit and watch the sequel as well?
If I have time,
So I'm thinking like Back to the Future or Godfather or Karate Kid,
Right.
Or stuff like that.
again, if I have the time, absolutely. Like if this is a weekend, I'm just gonna fucking lounge in. Absolutely. Like I have nothing to
Lounging,
do.
grabbing.
Yeah, dude, fuck, just eating those edibles. I don't do that,
Because
but
I've done it like numerous times because
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a life. So like recently, I've just watched like because I think a lot of stuff has just been streaming recently. That's cool. So like Austin Powers, I just watched
Oh.
1 and 2 recently.
Yeah.
Back to the Future, I just watched recently. I just thought that was fun. I was just gonna ask you.
yeah, no. Again, if I have the time, like, and I can just dedicate it to just sitting there and watching stuff, absolutely. Like, I'm a very loungy person. Like, many times, if you were to just text me out of the blue, like, "Hey, what are you up to?" I'm like, "Fucking sitting here, dude. Like, what do you want me to fucking do?" So there's definitely a lot of instances where I'm just lounging, dude, and watching some sports stuff or whatever. But
So another question for you. I just wrote corporate greed. What's up with that?
I feel like all of the Alien movies is the greed from Wayland Yutani.
Yeah,
like it's just all of them. Like, hey, look, we want this fucking specimen. I think at some point though, I don't remember which one it was. I was reading some lore about it that like they were losing a lot of money because they're just all their ships are getting blown up. But like they had to merge with something else, and they got government contracts. I'm like, well, whoever wrote this shit just went really deep with all this stuff. But yeah,
But like as a person, do you ever think about that sort of stuff? I mean, neither of us are like high up VPs in like some corporation, and we have to deal with like the consequences or the moral consequences of some of the decisions that we make. But I wonder if I'm a good enough person where I would like, you know what, I have moral grounds that I need to stand against
You'd be
in
fired.
this situation.
You'd be fired.
I know, I'd just be fired, but
Yeah.
I just wonder, how do those people sleep at night? Whether it's
on top of mounds and mounds of money and cocaine, and like pussy, because unfortunately, there's not a woman up on top. It's always going to be men, and it's as shitty as it is.
I don't know. They just sentenced Elizabeth. What's her face?
Holmes?
Yeah.
No, it's not Elizabeth Holmes. That's the
Yeah, it is.
that's the blood girl.
Yeah,
oh,
that's-
sentence her.
that's
I'm
what
sorry. I'm sorry. I thought about something else.
I mean, they didn't just sentence her, but like she was sentenced to like
12 years? Yeah, okay. Which she'll probably, I mean, come on. She's going to get out after like 2. If that. And it's going to be like minimum security. So
I
she's
love
like,
how like she immediately like pumped out like 2 kids just to
try to get her to get him to stay. Yeah. She not only, what is it? It was like wire fraud, all sorts of, I think it's pronounced fraud. Is it fraud?
It's a lot of them.
Yeah. Like multiple counts.
Yeah.
And her
Multiple frauds.
her partner too, the guy, he got it worse. Like he's already in jail. He's already doing all this shit.
Indian dude?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so, did you watch the show by chance?
Which one? The documentary or heard the show with
Amanda,
what's her face?
with Amanda
No.
Seyfried.
Good?
Pretty good.
Nice.
It had the guy.
Did she talk like this the whole time?
She tried to. Yeah. I forgot the guy's name from Lost, but he was Saeed in Lost.
Did you even watch that show? Because you just bring
I don't
all
remember.
these guys up and you
Here's
never
the-
remember their names.
The names that I remember from Lost are Matt Fox,
we gotta go back, Kate.
Yeah.
We gotta go back.
Evangeline Lilly,
Sawyer, dude.
George. Ooh, fuck. Yeah, the scruffy guy.
Yeah. Scruff McGruff.
Yeah. Chicago, Illinois, 60652. Scruff McGruff. I don't remember the
Hurley?
numbers. Curly.
Hurley?
Oh, Hurley. Yeah, Hurley. That was his name in the show. Yes. You had
his real name?
you had fucking Frodo's friend in there.
Samwise?
No.
Sean Astin?
No. The other one, the British one. There's 2 British.
Oh, Dominic.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds about right. Moynihan?
Moynihan?
I don't know. Michelle Moynihan's brother. I love Michelle Moynihan.
Yeah, she's good.
She's fucking great. She's doing Spectrum commercials now. I'm like, get that money.
Hell yeah.
Get that commercial
Her
money.
and Jennifer Garner. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Love Jennifer Garner too. I mean, Capital One for fucking ever.
I got a card just for her. Out of respect.
I made an account just for Electra.
My balance is negative $1, but fucking just out of respect.
Yeah, so I'm constantly paying towards it. Well, Mike, you enjoyed the movie. I fucking enjoyed the movie. I'm not to say that I enjoyed it more than you.
Apparently you did, because you know fucking every damn beat of every one of these goddamn movies.
Here's the thing about sci-fi and myself is I like science
You're
fiction.
a fucking nerd.
Yeah, you're a fucking nerd. Let me tell you guys a story really quick about Mike calling me a fucking nerd. I forgot what it was one day. I was obviously, you might have even asked me a question about comics or something like that. And I went into a deep thought of it, like an explanation of them. And he's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. I don't know if you know this, but you're a fucking nerd. And I felt
like something I'd say.
I felt personally attacked.
Really? You don't take pride in that?
Well, no, let me finish.
Okay.
I wasn't done with my thought.
Okay.
But I was, it's not like rewarding. It's not like, yeah, I'm a fucking nerd. I don't feel that I look like a nerd, right? Like,
Why is it all about looks with you?
it is. It always, it's funny, really quick about basketball. I think I told you this. When we're going to play in certain teams, I'm like, okay, we're sizing up the guys, like who's going to guard who. I was like, okay, guys, like so this guy's going to do this. Look, I think we're going to do great, guys, because we are a lot better looking than them too. And like, and so it's just always something I joke about with them, like, oh, that guy's really good, but he's fucking ugly. So like, I just say that shit, and I'll say that to the people too. Like if they're talking shit, I'll start talking. Normally I don't talk shit. I just make jokes throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, of course.
And that'll kind of irritate people, and I fucking love it. But there was a time when I was in my league. This team had a ringer for sure. And he's like 6'3". Apparently he did play in college, just crushing us. He had like 23 points. We only lost by like 3. But one of my teammates was like, oh man, this is near the guy. He's just too good. He's too tall. I was like, yeah, but he's so ugly. And I remember, and I specifically was looking at him like from the side of my eyes, and I know he heard me because he was like again, you guys can't see the face I'm making, but he's like, ugh. Like it just.
Was he actually ugly?
Not in a lot in a.
Or just like too tall and gangly and ghoulish?
He was gangly. He was strong, and I started talking shit on him the second half of the game because I was at halftime. That I would like, he'd have the ball. I was like, he can't shoot, and like because he hadn't taken a single jump shot. All of his shots were in the paint because he's the tallest person on the court. You just get the paint. Yeah. Can't shoot, and he started shooting. He was missing, and I was loving it.
Yeah.
And so like he would miss shots. I'm like, see, he can't shoot, and then he'd be dribbling and say, he can't dribble, like just saying shit like that, just not to be an asshole, yes. But again, can't dribble, but he had some good fucking dribble moves and shit like that. Like spin moves, all sorts of stuff. Like he had a bag of tricks.
He bounced it off your head and then went around you?
Yeah, he would fucking and one me. He'd throw off my head, go around my back, go through my legs.
Bounce it off your shoe.
Yeah. And he would take my hat off. I don't know why I was wearing a hat. But he'd take that shit off. But it would get to him and I fucking loved it. And we still
grabbed your hat, put it on top of the
the
backboard.
Get that, little motherfucker. But I loved every minute of it. But again, we still lost. So he got the final laugh, and we never saw him again because we actually played his team in the playoffs, but he wasn't there. So I was thinking, sweet, we're gonna fucking win because we beat that team twice already, and we lost. But that's not what's important. What's important is we won at heart.
Yeah.
And
important thing is you annoyed somebody.
Pointing thing is The pointing thing, it's like you're an old timey. You don't say all the. It's not very pointing of you. Anyway, so Mike, what movie are we going to watch next?
Well, since we went terrifying with Alien, we're going to go ghoulishly. What's another terrifying word? I fucked it up. Okay. We're doing Pretty Woman.
Well, she walks down the street. So, Pretty Woman. Starring Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Richard Gere. Laura San Giacomo. Hector Elizondo. Jason Alexander was in Pretty Woman?
Yep.
Oh my God.
He's a douche.
Okay. He's a douche. It's Shallow Hal. Ralph Bellamy. Amy Yazbek. Who's? Okay. And then we'll end it with Eleanor Donahue.
I don't know who she is.
I don't know who she is either. But this is a directed by Gary Marshall. Mm-hmm. And it made $463 million.
It made her a star.
America's Sweetheart. In 1990,
yeah,
$460 million is probably like $1 billion now.
I'm sorry, is that a lot?
Yeah, I don't know. Deadpool made like 250 its first weekend.
Loser.
I know.
That's how much it made?
Something like that.
No,
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you,
worldwide, you mean?
Yeah. Why would I talk domestic? Why would I only talk domestic? Okay, the continental 49, the continental 50? 51? 50?
Continental is the 48.
Right.
And
Okay,
then
so
you
I was
have,
right. I was right.
Alaska and Hawaii straggling out there. Doing their thing.
So the budget for Deadpool was $200 million. But let's see what its box office was real quick. And as of this
Does this have to go in this episode?
It doesn't matter. So for its second weekend, it made $97 million. So as of this day, it has a grand total of $395 million. So it should be able to surpass Pretty Woman. But I mean, there's a big difference of, I don't know, 24 years. No, 34 years. Anyway, look at it. I'm doing math again. I redeemed myself.
You're on a roll.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody for listening. Next episode is Pretty Woman. Is available on Max, which is HBO Max. And Mike, why don't you go ahead and take us away?
Well, so I was originally going to do, because we're watching Alien, I was going to do Subterranean Homesick Alien from Radiohead. But then we started talking about Ash so much. And on the same album, they have a song called Paranoid Android, because he's an android. So I think we're going to sing that song. So like,
is it this song? Is that song? Is it that one? No?
What song is that?
I thought that was Radiohead too. Where it was like, it's like the beginning of the song. It's in the... Okay, you do this.
I don't know what you're talking about. You really killed it, but we can go. Please, when we want some. Oh my God, I messed up the melody.
Wow. Do it again.
It's good with the noise. I'm trying to get some. But now I'm just singing the song.
I'm talking about everything is in its right place.
Everything in its right place. Okay.
Doesn't that start with the dun 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 dun?
Oh, you're thinking of.
I literally did the fucking exact thing you just did.
It's lower, so I didn't recognize it right away.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, that's a good song.
I don't think this is doing it. Oh, see, this is just a trailer for fucking Three Body Problem. Everything in its right place. Okay, watch this.
No, I agreed with you. I just didn't recognize it.
Well, okay.
But you can play it. Nah, I don't play it.
Don't play it. We're gonna get sued.
Shit.
You want to get sued? Okay, so you're gonna do a song, or is that it? Is that all you got?
That's, I mean, Specrapular. Specrapular.
Oh, I know the song you're talking about now. Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna watch some really scary movies. Maybe Alien and the Predator next.
We've already seen Predator.
Oh, fuck. That was one of my notes. I'm like,
oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, man. It's like
fucking damn it, man.
Or you're like fucking coming.
Over,
oh, fuck. It's like MacGruber sex. And you're going like,
did we do Predator or Prey first?
We did Prey first.
Oh, okay.
And then it was Predator.
That was one of my notes. I'm like, because I couldn't remember. But.
Oh, God, I love both those movies.
I don't know if I love Prey, but it's a good movie.
Prey's really fucking good.
It's good.
Wow, Mike. Way to be like xenophobic. Jeez.
Way to be xenomorphic.
I hate you so much.